What's up, Google Plus? What's up, everybody? What's up, YouTube? This is your boy, Keontree Watson here, back with another review video for your viewing pleasures. I got a lot to do today and a little time to do it. So I'm gonna try not to keep this review very long. Try not to rant and rave too long about it. Then I got my TNA Impact review coming up from Friday, coming up and stuff. Got a lot I got to do today, so a little time to do it. I have school today, and I have work today, so I have a lot to do in a short time span to do it. I'm here to talk to you about Raw from March the 16th, 2015. Last night's show. We're only 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, and I don't care for Mania this year. The sad part about it, last year, I cared a little bit, but not, the way I did. For the last couple of WrestleManias, I really haven't really been caring about them as I should. WrestleMania is like the Super Bowl of wrestling, and this year, WWE has not really given me many reasons to care, except for a few things, and that's, not even like a big, interest level into those things where like they could have been and stuff. But this week's Raw, as you can see from the title, does WWE even try? Are they trying to make us care about WrestleMania? Are they trying to get us hyped and excited? I mean, they only have 2 weeks left to promote this show and really give us a reason to care for this fucking show. And I feel like they haven't done a good job of doing those things. The build has been lackluster. Some of the matches I don't want to see, like Wyatt and Taker. I don't want to see Wyatt versus Taker. Come on, give me a fucking break. I mean, if you were going to do this, then why did you have Lesnar beat Taker last year? I mean, you're just killing the whole purpose of, I've said it many times, I'm going to continue to say it. You're killing the whole reason why Lesnar beat Taker last year. And maybe you shouldn't have done it, I mean, and just a lot of stuff I'm just scratching my head on and stuff. But Raw, hold on, I'm sorry. But Raw kicks off with the Authority, yay! Because it just wouldn't be a Raw. It just wouldn't be a Raw without the Authority. It just wouldn't. It wouldn't be a Raw without an opening talking segment because we have to we had to get the whole storyline over and stuff. It's about telling the story. Last Friday night on fucking TNA Impact, we started off with a fucking wrestling match. And a damn good wrestling match between Bobby Roode and Eric Young, a last man standing. I'm going to talk about that in my Impact review. But it's just, give us something different on this show, man. I mean, geez, it's not hard. I get so tired of watching Raw, turning on Raw around 8 o'clock, and I know I'm going to get a talking segment from either Triple H or Stephanie or the Authority. Why? Why can't we just get a wrestling match sometimes? Why can't we get a backstage fight sometimes? I mean, shit. Give us something different to get excited about to watch the damn show. Anyway, they're live from Des Moines, Iowa, with JBL, Michael Cole, and Booker T on commentary. Oh boy, what a commentary team that is. As Seth Rollins music hits, Lillian Garcia introduces Rollins, Kane, Big Show, Joey Mercury, and Jimmy Noble in the ring. There's a light chant for Rollins because he's from Iowa. Rollins talks about Orton turning on them last week. He calls the fan nobodies and they boo. Rollins says he's actually made it out of Iowa and did something with his life. He says Orton betrayed him last week. Rollins says he trusted Orton, vouched for him, and treated him like family. Rollins says what Orton did to him was nothing like what he did to the Shield. What he did to the Shield was a sound business decision. A big you sold out chant started because that's so original. Rollins said what Orton did was in cold blood and was borderline sympathetic. Rollins says this would not have happened if Triple H and Stephanie McMahon did not let Orton back in. He said it disgusts him. Big Show takes the mic and apologized to Rollins. He says he feels personally responsible for what happened to Rollins, and it breaks his heart. Show thinks of Rollins as the future and the best damn talent in WWE. Show says what Orton did was cruel. Show calls him a slimy, no good snake in the grass. Show said he crushes snakes in the grass because he's the giant. Yeah, same old promo from the Big Show. Oh, I'm a giant, and I crush fools, and I'm the Big Show. I'm a giant. Oh, Jesus. Kane also apologized to Rollins. He says he wasn't as gullible as Big Show, but he's sorry and will make Orton pay for what he did. Noble says he knows he's a secret weapon of the Authority. He said he cares about Rollins and what Orton did is inexcusable. Noble says Rollins is his boss and his friend. Noble says what Orton did to Rollins hurt him, but it hurt Mercury even more. Mercury takes the mic. They're just giving everybody mic time. And it's too upset to speak. Show pats him on the back and they hug. Rollins says they're right. It did hurt. But Orton's ego is going to hurt the most when this is all finished. Rollins says Orton has went around for years thinking he can get away with what he wants without having consequences. Rollins says Orton has never messed with someone like him. Rollins accepts Orton's WrestleMania 31 challenge only if Orton will face him in the ring on tonight's Raw. Orton music hits and out he comes. Orton speaks from the stage and says he's not the face of WWE. He's just the guy who made Rollins look like a little bitch last week. Orton accepts the challenge to face Rollins in the main event of Raw. Orton knows when he came to the ring, the odds are against him, but he has enough venom for all the authority. Orton says if he makes it to WrestleMania, he will end the future of WWE. Orton's music hits and they stare each other down. And then they show a contract signing between John Cena and Rusev, plus a controversial pre-recorded interview with Brock Lesnar. This opening segment was your typical Raw opening segment. A bunch of talking, no storyline advancement, no storyline continuity, just a bunch of talking for the hell of it. You know, I mean, it's just sad. You know, they let everybody in authority on the fucking mic. You know, this promo just dragged on and on and on. I'm like, okay, didn't we get this last week? You know, can we just move on? Okay, yeah, Orton beat the fuck out of Rollins. Yeah, okay. Shouldn't Rollins show up to the fucking arena pissed, you know, upset, wanting blood, wanting to whoop Orton's ass? I mean, he beat the guy's ass for 12 minutes last week. I mean, shit, any normal man would show up to a fucking arena ready to get some revenge, ready to whoop this guy's ass. But instead, I'm going to get in the ring, and I'm going to talk, and I'm going to, you know, have everybody kiss my ass and feel sorry for me because that's what real men do. Just such pussified shit. All this hugging and stuff. Come on. You should have showed up to that fucking arena fucking upset, ready to fucking kick ass, man. Taking it out on any and everybody. But instead, they want to make Rollins look like a little pussy that needs the authority to back him up. He needs a 40-something-year-old Big Slow to back him up. He needs a 40-plus-year-old Kane to back him up. And he needs Noble and Mercury to really back him up. Are you fucking serious? I mean, it just the whole thought process behind the authority fucking boggles my damn mind. I mean, everybody that's involved with it sucks. Even I'm a big Seth Rollins fan, but right now Seth Rollins just needs to get the fuck away from the authority. The sooner the better. They need to get him the guy away. He cannot shine with this group, man. I've been saying it ever since he's been a part of this fucking group that this is not a good stable for Seth Rollins. It's, in my opinion, it's just not, because they make every turn they get, they make Seth heel. He's a heel. He's gonna be scared. No. Have Seth Rollins badass shit kicking machine. It's the same great the way they booked Roman Reigns. Why can't Roman Reigns be a badass? I mean, they've shown signs of it, but damn. Let these guys fucking be badasses. Let them be men. Is that too much to ask for? I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. After that, we see Paige and AJ Lee backstage heading to the ring, and we go to commercial. Then we get AJ Lee versus one of the Bella Bombers, Nikki Bella. Back from break, out comes AJ Lee with Paige. WWE Divas champ Nikki Bella is out next with Brie Bella for a non-title match. As the Bellas head to the ring, we get a sidebar video with them talking about how they will win at WrestleMania because they're sisters. They're going to humiliate and embarrass the Divas at WrestleMania. They say, give Divas a chance, give us a break. The Bellas start, and Nikki goes at it with AJ, taking her down first. Nikki takes control and hits AJ with a shoulder thrust in the corner. Nikki shows off and does push-ups in the middle of the ring. She gets up and runs to knees in the corner. AJ makes a comeback, rolls Nikki up for 2. AJ with another takedown and armbar. Nikki comes back with a fireman's carry takedown. They trade holds again. They go to their feet. Nikki slams AJ for another 2 count as fans boo. AJ with a kick to the head out of nowhere for a 2 count. Nikki goes for a side slam, but AJ sends her flying with the scissors. Nikki ends up slamming AJ's arm over the top rope, and we go to commercial with AJ down in pain. Back from the break, and Nikki's in control. She drops AJ with an elbow and covers her for a 2 count. Nikki drops AJ with an armbar and covers for another 2 count. Nikki gets frustrated now. She throws AJ on first into the turnbuckle, and AJ goes down. Nikki with another hold on the arm now. AJ fights to her feet, goes for the Black Widow, but Nikki rams her back into the corner. Nikki runs into boots. AJ with the fast press and strikes. AJ with a splash in the corner and a neck breaker. AJ with a kick to the gut. AJ trips Nikki on her face. AJ goes to the top. AJ with a crossbody from the top for a 2. Nikki counters and drops AJ's face first into her knee for a 2 count. AJ counters a move, rolls up Nikki for a 1. AJ catches Nikki with a nice drop kick. Nikki pulls AJ out to the floor in front of Brie. Paige comes over and they have words. AJ and Nikki go back in the ring, but Brie mushes Paige and slams her head first into the ring post. This leads to Nikki dropping a distracted AJ with a big forearm. Nikki picks up a knockout win over AJ, hits her with the rack attack for the win. Winner, Nikki Bella. After the match, the Bella twins pose together in the ring as we go to replays. Nikki stands over AJ with the title. Oh, this is your typical Bellas match. The Bellas always come out on top. I mean, goddamn. They're really giving Nikki the John Cena treatment with the Divas division right now. I don't care for the Bellas. For years, when they first came in, I said, these girls fucking suck. They're garbage. I'd rather watch Eva Marie, to be honest, in the ring than the fucking Bella sluts. These girls are just irritating as fuck as baby faces or heels. Whatever the fuck they are, they suck at it. They're not good at all. These girls are just bums. I mean, you go back and look at the girls in this big part of the Divas: Beth Phoenix, Trish Stratus, Mickie James, hell, even Michelle McCool to a certain extent. I mean, goddamn. I mean, the Divas division really sucks. I mean, I'm a big fan of women's wrestling. I think women's wrestling is a great part of wrestling. It's been a great part of wrestling for years now, but this Divas division is just the shits. I mean, Jesus Christ. You know, you look at AJ Lee and Paige and Natalya, and you know, you see those three, and they could really be the standard barrier for that division because those girls can really go. But WWE just wore these girls down to the point where they can't even save this division. I mean, this division just sucks. I mean, God knows. I mean, I'm some of the days when you had Lita, Trish Stratus, Molly Holly, fucking Gail Kim. I mean, all those talented ladies. You had so much talent in one division. And now look at it, and it's like, wow, this division really sucks. Nikki Bella is the fucking Divas champ, for God's sakes. I mean, this is how bad this division really is right now. And we know the Bella twins are going to come out on top at WrestleMania, obviously. I mean, it's the Bellas. I mean, of course, they're going to win everything they're in. You know, I don't think anybody's going to take that Divas title off unless it's Brie. You know, they might have Brie make a face turn like, ooh, like we're really going to care about that. You know, I mean, I'm just so sick and tired of the Bella twins. I've been tired of them. They've been featured in too much shit, main event storylines for the last couple of years now, and it's just, oh my God, give me a fucking break. These girls suck. They're not good. They suck. I feel sorry that AJ had the job to fucking Nikki Bella. You know, and AJ Lee, you know, a lot of people consider her overrated. And in a certain extent, she is. Her fans really do overrate her in a certain way. You know, AJ Lee's she's not a Lita. She's not a Trish. She's not a Mickie James. You know, she's AJ Lee. You know, I mean, you can't expect her to be up there with those type of girls because she's in a different era right now. She's in the era where WWE watering down these girls, give them certain moves, tell them to go out there and try to work a 5, sometimes 2. I mean, they actually gave this match some time at least. So they're trying to show that they're giving the Divas a chance. But we're going right next week on Raw to get 2-minute Divas matches. That's what we're going to do next week. This match was, it sucked to me. I didn't have no interest in this match, seeing this match between these two. I've seen it so many times between these two, with both of them being on the opposite side of the track. AJ being a heel, Nikki being a face. Nikki being a heel, AJ being the face. I just don't care. You know, I just really don't care for this Diva shit. They've ruined Paige. They've been ruining her when they start booking her the way they did last year, and then putting her on total crap. You know, just even ruin her more. She's not an anti-Diva anymore. She's Paige. Brie being Brie. Suck. You know what I mean? What can you say? Another day in the Divas division, I guess. Then we get announcement that it's going to be Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, and Dean Ambrose versus Stardust, Luke Harper, and Bad News Barrett. We also take a look at Roman Reigns and Mark Henry on SmackDown. That's why I don't watch SmackDown, because I know we're going to get replays on Raw. Back from break, and they show a WrestleMania 31 commercial with LL Cool J. The announcers hype WrestleMania Week programming airing on the WWE Network. We get a look back at Mark Henry and Roman Reigns talking in the ring on last Thursday's SmackDown. We see Reigns laying Henry out and putting him through the barrier with a spear. Renee Young is backstage with Kane and Big Show. She asks what their role will be for the Rollins versus Orton main event. Show goes to talk, but Kane interrupts and says he has decided that Show will be in Rollins' corner. They start arguing. Kane says as director of operations, he doesn't answer to Show. Rollins comes up and claims and calms them down, saying this is what got them sent home by Stephanie McMahon last week. He asks how stupid can they both be. Show gets upset and Kane backs him down. Kane tells Rollins that Stephanie can address them how she wants, but Rollins cannot. Kane says Rollins has been acting like a entitled spoiled brat ever since Kane helped him win Money in the Bank. Kane says it's time someone gave Rollins what he deserves. Kane says he won't be at ringside tonight, and if the show doesn't want to, he doesn't have to go out either. Show just gets in Rollins' face and walks off. Kane follows. This shit, I'm sick and tired of this follow the leader shit with the authority. This shit fucking sucks. God damn, get these guys some balls. This is why I don't take the authority serious, because it's follow the leader, you know, because he's the director of operations, and oh my god, you got to follow the rules and follow directions. I mean, it's just so kindergarten. Fuck. Then we get Ryback versus The Miz. We go to the ring, out comes Ryback to a pop. Back from the break, we see Ryback's win over The Miz on SmackDown. Ryback is getting a Feed Me More chant going, so we see the Honor the Giant Memorial Battle Royal trophy at ringside. Oof, I feel bad whoever wins that fucking trophy. The Miz is out next with Damian Sandow, who gets cheered while The Miz gets booed. We see a sidebar from earlier. The Miz says he will win the Under the Battle Royal because his personal assistant is in the match, will ensure he wins, or else he will be fired. Fans chant for Sandow as the match starts. Miz starts and unloads on Ryback in the corner. Ryback comes out, hits a huge slam. Miz rolls to the floor in front of Sandow. Ryback holds him and tells Sandow to punch Miz. Fans cheer Sandow to do it. He clenches his fist like he wants to, but Miz fights Ryback off. Miz yells Sandow to put his fist down and turns around to a shot from Ryback. Ryback brings him in the ring, hits a spine buster. Ryback hits a meat hook clothesline and shell shock for the win. Winner, Ryback. After the match, Ryback gets another chant going and leaves. Sandow comes in and fans his jacket at him. Sandow helps up Miz, but Miz drops him with a skull crusher finale. The crowd boos big time. Miz music, but Sandow recovering in the ring. This was just a way to advance the whole Miz and Damian Sandow storyline. Nothing special about this. I don't know. I'm guessing at this point they might have Sandow at the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I feel bad for any guy that wins that fucking trophy, to be honest, because look what they did with Cesaro. I mean, Cesaro's in the tag team division right now. I mean, he won this shit last year. So it's not really, I mean, I never seen something where like, okay, this could advance a guy's career. This could help that guy get to that next level. This is not going to do that. I don't take this shit serious. Until they show me that somebody winning this trophy is important, until they show me that, okay, we're going to book this guy right because he won the Honor the Giant Battle Memorial Battle Royal and won the trophy, and we're going to take him to the next level, then I don't care about this fucking Battle Royal. I wish the Miz and Damian Sandow would have their own individual match, to be honest, because the storyline has been built really well. One of the better built storylines for Mania, in my opinion. I wish they would give these guys a chance to go out there and work a match, you know, but I guess they felt like they'd be better suited than Under the Giant Battle Memorial, I'm guessing. We get a promo for Cena versus Rusev at WrestleMania 31, and then we get the Cena versus Rusev contract signing. Back from break, and we get a return vignette for Sheamus. I cannot wait for Sheamus to come back, man. I hope he comes back as a heel. I've been hearing rumors that he might be coming back as a top heel, which I have no fucking problem with. Sheamus as a heel was fucking awesome when he first came in. Not that 2010 stretch of Sheamus. That shit was horrible. The way they booked Sheamus was just terrible. But if he comes back as that Sheamus that came in and took everybody out, oh yeah, I'm behind. I'm a big Sheamus fan. I haven't agreed with the way they've been booking Sheamus before he got injured, but hopefully they right their wrong with it this time. Then we get, oh yay! And this is the part where I turn my TV off. Rusev and John Cena contract signing, because we're just so excited for this fucking United States title match. You got Mr. USA himself, John Cena, going against the big bad Russian Rusev. Michael Cole's in the ring with the setup for a contract signing. Cole introduces the challenger John Cena first, and out he comes to a big poop. Cole has the contract on the table and tells Cena to sign it. Cena takes the contract, and I'm like, oh boy, we're gonna get a John Cena promo. Oh boy, yay. Cena takes the contract, and I'm like, he says he's signed a lot of these, but this contract is by far the most important because in just a few minutes we will see what people call a super athlete, a hero of the Russian Federation. Fans boo. Cena says this man is the champion of the United States, which means he represents the U.S., and Cena does not like that. Fans boo, and Cena feels the same way. That's what makes this match important. He says Cena says he could do like last week and beat Rusev around the ring, but it does no good as long as Rusev is wearing the title. Cena is signing the contract to publicly say enough is enough. Cena says Rusev is allowed to live in the U.S. and the U.S. has given him opportunity, but every chance he can get, he rips our country. He rips our country. Cena gets a USA chant going. Cena tells fans to let that chant. Wow. Cena tells fans to let the chant wield them with pride, excitement, and love for the U.S. Cena says he's had the honor and privilege to stand on the front line with our troops, but he's ashamed to look them in the eye and say Rusev is the man that brings our championship into battle. Cena says no more. He says this is not a contract. It's a declaration of independence, and WrestleMania is our revolution. Cena says the U.S. is in the greatest country. Cena said the U.S. is the greatest country because we will not quit. We will stand up and fight. He said you can only push us so far before we kick your ass. He drops the mic. Fans boo as the WWE United States Champion. Rusev is out next in a suit, and Lana is nowhere to be seen. However, there is another man in a suit behind him. Cole tells Rusev that it's his turn to sign the contract. Fans start chanting, "We want Lana," as the man in the suit grabs the mic. That tells you how much the fans really care about this fucking feud. The man speaks and says he's Rusev's attorney. He says Rusev won't be signing the contract and won't be competing against Johnson at WrestleMania. Fans boo and Cena gets upset. The lawyer said Rusev did not agree to this match or any other. The lawyer shows us a video from last week as fans chant for Lana. We see a video of Lana accepting the challenge for Rusev while Cena had him in the STF. We come back and the lawyer says there is no evidence of Rusev agreeing to a match, so the contract is now in void. The lawyer goes on and Rusev wants to read a prepared statement and then he will sign the contract. Rusev takes a piece of paper out and grabs a mic. He rants on Cena and America, but is given the what treatment by the crowd. Rusev says the country worships failures, and our parents are the failures. Cena gets upset and ready to fight. Rusev goes on with his promo, but Cena is getting upset. They come face to face over the table. Rusev calls America a stupid little country that will die. They stare each other down as fans chant USA. Rusev signs the contract and immediately flips the table to distract Cena so he can get out the ring. Rusev laughs and retreats up the ramp with his lawyer. Cena holds up the contract and says Rusev's ass is his. Rusev has the Russian flag drop down over Cena and fans boo. Rusev music hit and Cena looks on and Rusev holds the title up. Wow, this promo accomplished everything that I've been saying about this feud from the get-go. It sucks. I don't care about this feud. I don't care about Rusev. I don't care about Cena. I hate both guys with a passion. I can't stand them, neither one of them. They both are terrible in the ring. Rusev's a bunch of kicks. Cena's five moves of doom. This is going to be the same match you saw at Fastlane, basically, just a different outcome, basically. I don't care. I don't. You know, a lot of people like this side of Cena. I don't really see a big difference. He's still pandering to the audience. Please cheer me. Please like me because I'm John Cena. Rusev sucks. He's not a good. I mean, oh my God. There's not much more I need to say about this because it speaks for itself. This feud sucks. No, I don't care. Obviously, the fans that was in attendance didn't care because they were chanting for Lana. That just shows you how much they care about these two. They don't care. Nobody does, I don't think. Unless you're a Cena or Rusev fan. But that's your own thing. But I don't care. I'm not a fan of neither guy. I can't wait to see the Cena Machine beat Rusev because I hate Rusev. He's a big bum. He can't wrestle. He sucks. So that's how I feel. Then we get the head clapping, shucking and jiving. New Day versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. Kofi Kingston and Big E are in the ring for the New Day. WWE Tag Team Champs Cesaro and Tyson Kidd are out with Natalya for a non-title match. Los Matadores and El Torito are out to watch the match from ringside. Oh boy, what an exciting tag team division this is. It's back and forth until Cesaro knocks Big E off the apron. Hits Cesaro's swing on Kofi. Cesaro is distracted. Kofi nails him. Kofi goes for a 2 count, but Kidd makes the save with a drop kick to the face. Kofi ends up hitting the Trouble in Paradise, but Cesaro and Kidd get the win after a shot from behind. Your winners are Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. After the match, Los Matadores and the New Day fight at ringside. Matadores roll Xavier Woods into Cesaro. He nails a neutralizer. El Torito springboards in and nails Cesaro. Cesaro grabs him, but gets thrown out to the Los Matadores. It ends up with Los Matadores celebrating to their music. Oh boy, this tag team division is garbage. I mean, look who's involved with it. You got this corny tag team on the New Day. And I'm a big fan of Big E, big fan of Kofi Kingston. And oh boy, Los Matadores suck. Cesaro types of kid, they beginning to grow me as a tag team. I actually began to like them as a tag team. At first I didn't because I felt like Cesaro deserved better. But you get what you can take, I guess. We get a look at how The Undertaker accepted Bray Wyatt's challenge last week. Still to come, we will hear from Bray Wyatt. And still to come, Brock Lesnar speaks. Back to Burton as a backstage segment with Seth Rollins, Joey Mercury, and Jamie Noble. Noble and Rollins argue, and before he's fired, Noble quits. Mercury ends up walking out after him, and it appears they're both gone. And we knew this was a big swerve. We knew this was. We go to a pre-recorded interview with WWE World Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar. It starts with a look back at the streak ending last year. Lesnar does not care about the people who were disappointed that the streak ended. He laughs and said he loves people crying and being upset. Lesnar says regarding his contract with WWE, he will be champion if he stays. He'll be WWE champ if he goes. He says Roman Reigns won't stand in the way of that. Lesnar says he's going to kick Reigns' ass, and it will be unlike any other ass beating he's received. Lesnar says there won't be any happy, feel-good moments because he's going to fuck up Roman Reigns. The end, Lesnar gets up and from his stool and walks away from the camera. Lesnar is such a fucking badass, man. Dude, Brock Lesnar is the fucking man. This guy, he's not the best talker, but it's his presence, his intensity that really sells him as this big badass beast, dude. And I love it. I love every fucking minute of it, dude. I love it. This is some good shit, man. I enjoy Brock Lesnar, man, as champion. I hope he stays around with WWE because they need a guy like Lesnar, man. All this pussified bullshit with the Authority and Seth Rollins and fucking ass kicking and hugging. I mean, not ass kicking, ass kissing and hugging. They need a guy like Lesnar around, man, because Lesnar brings a certain aura and a certain presence to the show. He does. And I enjoyed this. This is really good. Then we get Big Show versus his bitch, Eric Rowan. Back from break, and Show attacks Eric Rowan while he's on the apron. Before the match even begins, Show unloads and destroys Rowan. Show nails a knockout punch, goes to the second rope. Show nails a big elbow drop and leaves the ring as the referee calls for trainers to come out and check on Rowan. We go to replay. So that was the way to bury Eric Rowan. Every chance they get, they make Eric Rowan Big Show's bitch. That's for sure. Nothing to say about that shit. Back from break, and Kane's in the ring with the rest of the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal participants. Kane brought them out to teach a lesson, but Mark Henry interrupts. Henry puts his name into the hat, and a big brawl breaks out. We see Curtis Axel leaning up against the trophy, and outside, Henry and Kane start tossing people out of the ring. Kane and Henry start brawling. Henry tries to dump Kane, but Axel runs in from behind, and Kane gets dumped. Henry knocks Axel back, and then tosses him over the rope. Henry music hits as he's the last man standing. Henry goes out to the floor and looks at the trophy. So I'm guessing between Kane or Mark Henry or the Big Show is going to win this fucking battle royal. I mean, this is what they've been building to. Oh boy, what a match that's going to be. Back from break, and Paul Heyman is introduced. He praises Brock Lesnar as the best in WWE and in MMA. He talks about how Lesnar is not a fan of rules. He's not a perfectionist. He's coming to WrestleMania 31 to make war with Roman Reigns. Heyman says we're stuck with Lesnar as WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and there's not a damn thing. The mic goes out. He comes back on, and Heyman wonders what they will do to stop Lesnar. Heyman says that no one can stop Lesnar. Heyman says Reigns was a standout, but wonders what will happen to Reigns when Lesnar bitch slaps him at WrestleMania. Heyman says Lesnar will give Reigns a prison beating. Heyman says over and over that Reigns cannot beat Lesnar. Heyman says Reigns' father should have told him this a long time ago. Reigns' music hit, out he comes through the crowd. Reigns says he has a lot of respect for Heyman. He really does. He says Heyman might be the best talker in the business. Reigns says issues aren't with Heyman, they're with his the camera so he can talk to Lesnar now. There are some boos as the camera zooms in on Reigns. He says he would say this in Lesnar's face if he was here right now. Reigns is expecting a fight and hoping for a war. Reigns says he may be carried out of WrestleMania, but he will have the title on his shoulder. Reigns says he's going to beat Lesnar's ass at WrestleMania because he can. He will, and he believes it. Reigns drops the mic, and his music hits as Heyman has made his exit. Reigns looks up at the WrestleMania 31 sign. This is okay. I would prefer it for these two to be face to face, Lesnar and Reigns. I'm still kind of semi-interested into this thing. Not really that interested like I was before. when they first started this shit. But what can you say? Reigns did okay. He's not the best mic talker. You know, the guy, you just can't expect the guy to cut a good promo. You just can't. At this point in the game, I know people complain, but come on, it's Roman Reigns. He can't cut a promo. He doesn't have it on the mic. He's not one of those talkers. But if you look back in history and time, a lot of guys couldn't talk. You know, I mean, they weren't the best talkers in the world, but they got over. Lex Luger fucking sucked on the mic, and he got over. I mean, a lot of guys couldn't talk that well, and they became bigger than life stars because of their presence. Sometimes not about the mic skills, sometimes about what you could do in the ring, and sometimes about your presence. And Roman Reigns, to me, has potential to get better, but right now, you know, it's early in the game. You know, you can't really judge the guy right now. But this was okay. You know, I feel like Paul Heyman said the same thing that he said last week, which is not a good thing to me. Finally, Roman Reigns comes out. You know, I don't know why they couldn't do this last week and just had Reigns come out last week and confront Lesnar. I don't know, but anyway, this is okay segment. You know, it is what it is at this point. You know, then we get the 6-man semi-main event: Stardust, Luke Harper, and Bad News Barrett versus Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, and Dean Ambrose. Before the match starts, R-Truth music hits and he makes his way out. Stardust starts the match off with Ambrose as everyone has their eye on Truth. They lock up and Ambrose drops Stardust with a shoulder block. Ambrose with another takedown. We see R-Truth has the Intercontinental title belt clipped to the back of his shirt. He's making sure the other superstars can see it. Truth sits down for commentary as Bryan tags in, works over Stardust. Bryan with a Serpent Royal submission on Stardust. Bryan with a 2 count. Bryan kicks in the corner now. Ziggler tags in and Stardust gets clotheslined to the floor after Ziggler and Bryan have words. Harper comes in but also gets sent to the floor. We go to commercial with all 3 babyfaces in the ring. Back from the break, Ambrose drops Harper with a tornado DDT. Ziggler and Stardust tag in at the same time. Ziggler unloads and hits the neck breaker. Ziggler with an elbow drop, a pin attempt. Ziggler with a huge DDT on Stardust for another 2 count. Ziggler fights Harper off, but Stardust nails a disaster kick, and Ziggler falls to the floor. Barrett runs over and rams Ziggler into the apron. Barrett brings Ziggler in the ring for a 2 count. Barrett with a big forearm to the back in the corner. Barrett runs and hits a big knee to the gut on Ziggler for another 2 count. Harper comes in and keeps control of Ziggler now. Harper with a big uppercut, a tag back to Barrett. Barrett with a big slam, another 2 count. Harper tags himself in, whips Barrett into the corner, but Ziggler moves and Barrett gets hung up on the top rope. Harper also ends up on the floor with Barrett. Ziggler backdrops Stardust and calls for a tag, but Harper knocks his partners off the apron. Ziggler counters a Harper powerbomb, hits the Famouser for a 2 as Stardust and Barrett break the pin. A big brawl breaks out now. Harper hits a big boot and a sit-down powerbomb with Ziggler for a 2. We go to commercial with everyone fighting around the ring. Back from the break, and Barrett is in control of Ziggler on the mat. Ziggler fights out, but Barrett goes for wasteland. Ziggler counters with a DDT. Now they're both down. Ziggler tags in Bryan. He knocks the others off the apron, unloads on Barrett. Bryan ducks Barrett, dives out onto Harper. Ambrose tags himself in and drops Barrett for a 2 count. And Stardust broke the pin. Ambrose and Stardust go at it now. Ambrose unloads, hits the slingshot clothesline. Harper comes in with a big boot on Ambrose. Ziggler accidentally super kicks Bryan off the apron. Ziggler kicks Harper next. Barrett grabs Ziggler and throws him out onto Bryan and the others. Ambrose ducks a bullhammer elbow and his dirty deeds for the win. Your winners are Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, and Dean Ambrose. After the match, Harper nails Ambrose from behind and takes him out of the ring. Harper tosses Ambrose over the announce table. Harper sees the belt on Truth's back and stalks him. Stardust ends up attacking and running off with the title. Ambrose catches him in the crowd and beats him down. The belt was dropped at ringside and Truth picks it up. He goes to leave, but Harper stops him. Truth tosses the belt in the ring. Ambrose jumps off the barrier and takes out Harper. Bryan picks up the belt in the ring and Ziggler grabs it. They have words before trading lefts and rights in the middle of the ring. Stardust comes in and misses. Ziggler drops him. Bryan takes out Harper with a knee. Bryan hits a Barrett hits a bullhammer on Ziggler, and then Bryan Barrett runs over, hits a bullhammer on Ambrose. Fans boo as Barrett stands tall and holds his title. Barrett leaves the ring with the belt and confronts Truth at ringside. Barrett hits a bullhammer on him also. Barrett goes to the stage and climbs on one of the ladders to pose with the title. This is a lot going on in this segment. This is an okay 6-man tag, you know, your typical 6-man tag. You know, the babyfaces come out on top. I don't really like playing hot potato with it right now. The whole hardcore title rule thing back in the day where they had, you know, You got to pin the champ, you know, to become the champion for the next 24 hours or whatever. That's how I feel like they're doing with the Intercontinental title. A lot of people like this. Me personally, I don't like it. You know, I'd rather, if they were going to do this, they should just had a Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania, to be honest. If they're going to have a ladder match, why not a Money in the Bank ladder match, you know? But anyway, this is okay. At this point, I was like, my interest in this show was just down. You know, I didn't really care for this fucking match. It was an okay 6-man tag. You know, you couldn't, you know, you can't go wrong with Harper and, you know, and Stardust, Cody Rhodes. I don't even refer to him as Stardust. And Ziggler and Bryan and Ambrose all in the same ring. You can't go wrong. Barrett, to me, Barrett, I like Barrett to a certain extent. You know, I think Barrett has been badly misused to his full potential. You know, this guy is just, he's been struggling really bad. You know, and it's not his fault. You know, to be honest, it's WWE's fault for the way they booked this guy. Because this guy could have been a badass. From his days in the Nexus, this guy had star potential, but they fucked it up. We go backstage to Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Oh, finally, we get to see the Authority, the bosses. Thank God we don't get these motherfuckers. Seth Rollins comes in and whines about being all alone and everything that's happened tonight. He asks what they're going to do to fix this. Stephanie says he's a big boy and has made his own bad decisions. Now he has to lay in. Rollins gets upset and blames Stephanie for sending Big Show and Kane home last week. Triple H asks who the hell does Rollins think he is talking to her like that. Rollins asks Triple H decided to quit playing hide and seek with Sting. Triple H gets in his face and Rollins dares him to mess up the future of the company. Stephanie tells Rollins to man up and if he can, man up if he can. Triple H tells Rollins to run along before his situation goes from bad to worse, and he does. Back from Bray, and Bray Wyatt is backstage with an urn full of ashes from the rocking chair that was burned by the Undertaker last week. Wyatt cuts a promo on Undertaker and says his fate is sealed. Wyatt says WrestleMania will be Taker's final resting place, but it will also be Wyatt's coronation. Wyatt says he will destroy Taker and take his rightful place among the gods. Wyatt says after WrestleMania, no one is safe. He calls himself the new face of fear and laughs. This is main event time. Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins. Back from break, Randy Orton's out first, followed by Seth Rollins. Rollins speaks from the stage and reveals that he's played Orton like a fool the whole night. Triple H music hits, and out he comes with the Authority. Ooh, this is a badass group right here, baby. This is BDC style. Not. Triple H music hit, and out he comes with the Authority. All of them fans chant for Sting. They head to the ring as Orton grabs a steel chair to prepare for battle. The lights go out, and as they surround Orton, we hear the crows. The light comes on, and Sting is standing tall with the crowd going batshit. They unload on the Authority and clear the ring. The Stooges take a Stinger splash in the corner. Noble takes a Scorpion Death Drop. Mercury takes an RKO. Triple H and Rollins and Kane the other look on from the floor as Sting and Orton are on fire in the ring. Sting music hit as he and Orton look on. The Authority hits the ring as Sting beats on his chest in the ring beside Orton. Raw goes off the air with Triple H yelling back at Sting. This is an okay main event. You know, Sam, it was nice to see Sting on Raw again because the first time he appeared on Raw, the crowd went batshit. And once again, the crowd goes batshit crazy. I don't care for Sting versus Triple H. That's not the match I wanted to see. And WWE knows that. They're just trying to build this match and say, oh, this is such a dream match because it's Triple H versus Sting. This is a dream match. You know, no, it's not. It's just a match that you threw together because you knew Triple H needs a WrestleMania payout. He needs to be on WrestleMania and stuff, you know, and I don't care about it. I just don't care about this match. You know, I love Sting. I'm a big Stinger fan, you know. Came up as a kid as a Sting fan, man. Nobody's like Sting, man. The guy is just a legend in his own mind, his own right. He's a legend, and he is. He's the man called Sting, for God's sake. He's Sting, damn it, you know. And I just hate how WWE throughout this whole thing have tried to downplay WCW and Sting's legacy with WCW. I hate that. It's the WWE versus WCW. The Invasion angle called 2001. They want their angle back. You know, you could do this in 2000. Now, this 2001 and Sting was in WWE. They could have done this. But nobody cares, you know, about this shit. WCW is dead and gone. I'm a big WCW fan, and sometimes I watch old Nitros and shit when I can find them, or, you know, I go on the WWE Network and watch some WCW pay-per-views and stuff that I loved as a kid. But other than that, WCW is dead. You know what I mean? So why are you trying to piss on the grave? You know, this is the same company that whooped your ass in the 90s because your product was stale. People got tired of that kiddie shit. You know, and I wish we had a Ted Turner in the wrestling business that had that drive and determination to show Vince, the almighty Vince McMahon, that you can be beat. You can on any given day. I really wish Ted Turner was you know, have interest in a company like TNA. or Lucha Underground or something, you know, because we need that. They make the WWE better, and sometimes competition makes things better, and that's why WWE is so lackluster these days because they have no competition. Vince feels like I can throw anything. He can throw anything out there he wants at the fans, and they'll eat it up, and they do. Some of them, you know. So this is a nice little segment. It was good, nice to see Orton and Sting standing side by side. It was a nice little sight there, you know. You got the present and the the past standing together, you know. It was nice, you know. But this Raw was lackluster as fuck. This Mania build has been horrible, horrendous. That's why I said, does WWE even try? Are they even trying to build your excitement for the fucking Mania? Because I don't think they are, to be honest. I don't think they care about Mania this year. I don't know, but anyway, this is your Raw review from me, Keontae Watts. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it if you did. I would really appreciate it. I would, you know, I'm a great YouTuber and stuff. I'm trying to get my name out there and stuff. So I appreciate it. My last channel had, I think, over 100 subscribers, I believe. So I'm trying to get to that mark. Thank you all that have subscribed. Thank you all for it and stuff. I appreciate it. But anyway, this is your boy Keontae Watson saying peace, and I'll see you guys later.